Hey y'all, welcome back to Books and Boarding Passes. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I am back today with a TV chat. I don't know what I'm going to call this, but I actually consume TV just as much as books, so I wanted to make sure that I was putting those reviews out there as much as I review books, which I haven't done in a hot second. So we are going to get into Vampire Diaries, the TV show, today. Also, at the end of this video, I will be announcing my giveaway of The Wicked King by Holly Black, and so stay tuned for that. Super cute today. I really wanted to kick it off with a quiz because I actually started watching Vampire Diaries years ago, but I did not finish it until this past week, which the last episode actually aired February 3rd of 2017, so I'm a little late. So I'm going to try to put a screen recording down here and y'all can follow along. I'll put a link to the quiz too so you can take it, and let's see if I remember all of this. I'm gonna try not to look down too much, but it's gonna be inevitable. Hey, also, if you haven't watched all of the Vampire Diaries and don't want to be spoiled, please don't watch this video. Lego. How old was Stefan when he was turned into a vampire? Okay, I know that he is younger than Damon, but I can't remember how old he was. I want to say 17, but that might be Edward Cullen. Okay, number 2. Name all of the originals. Okay, so I can, before I even look at the screen, I know there's Klaus, Rebecca, Elijah. Okay, the options are Faya, Finn, Klaus, Rebecca, Henrix, that's not right. Esther, Finn, Klaus, Elijah, Rebecca. I know Finn is one of them. Finn, Elijah, Klaus, Cole, and Rebecca. I think that's it. I think Finn and Cole were the ones that I was. Okay, so let's answer that one. Ooh. This makes me nervous. Number 3. Where was Catherine born? Romania, Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, or Finland. It's either Romania or Bulgaria. And I'm going to put Bulgaria for no apparent reason. Just in my head, I feel like I heard them say that before. Never mind, I'm changing it to Romania. Oh, I have no idea. Number 4. How many founding families of Mystic Falls were there? Okay, well, of course, there is the Gilberts. There's the Lockwoods. There is the Forbes. Who else? Let's see what they... Oh, it's a number. Okay, so there's 4, 5, 6, or 7. I'm going to say that there was 5 founding families just because it sounds better. Number 5. What item allows Stefan and Damon to move in the sunlight? That's their daylight rings. That's easy. Go ahead and select that. Number 6. Who saved Elena from the car crash that killed her parents? Okay. Stefan, but God, so many people throughout this show crash into that freaking lake. Especially Elena. I can't remember if anybody else did. But she crashed into that lake, or excuse me, that river so many times. It's actually not a lake. Okay, it's Stefan. Okay, continue quiz. I wonder how many questions there is. Number 7. Both Stefan and Elena have doppelgangers. How many does Stefan have? The original doppelganger, that's 1. But I didn't think that there was a second one. Who else looked like him? Okay, let's see. The options are 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to put 2 because I don't even remember the second one. I only remember there being 1. So maybe that's what they're saying is like Stefan's 1 and the other one's 2. I don't know. I'm sorry. Number 8. Who was the first hybrid? I mean, technically, the first hybrid is Klaus. And then Tyler. One of the options is Hope Michelson, and she is not a hybrid, she's a tribrid. So watch Legacies. I just finished the first season, gearing up for, I think season 2 is supposed to be coming out, hopefully. Number 9, what job does Caroline's mother hold? She is the sheriff. Carol Forbes. R.I.P. Number 10, what is the name of the first female doppelganger? It was Amara. The options are Tatia, Catherine, Amara, and Elena. Amara was the first doppelganger. She's the original. How many times has Jeremy died? Girl, I mean, I have no idea. No clue. I think Damon kills him more than once. I'm gonna go with 6 for no apparent reason. Who does Stefan fall for and eventually marry? Caroline Forbes. Alright, let's show the results. You've jumped into the world of the Vampire Diaries, but you're not quite an expert yet. Share to see if any of your other friends... I only got 9 out of 12. Let me see the answers. Okay, here we go. Let's look at these answers. Number 3, where was Catherine born? Should have went with Bulgaria. Should have went with freaking Bulgaria. There's something about Romania. I think that's one of the places that she flees to or something. I should have known better than that. Number 10. What is the name of the first female doppelganger? Amara. That was wrong? Amara was the witch that killed Tatia, whatever her name is. I got that one wrong. I forgot. Amara is the witch that I forgot about that. That was my bad. My bad. Number 11. How many times did Jeremy die? 5. I put 6. Listen, that was a guessing game. If you know how many times that Jeremy Gilbert has died, good for you. Also, find a new show to watch, because you've watched this way too many times. Even though I stand Jeremy Gilbert, I'm just saying. So 9 out of 12. That's, you know, not horrible, seeing as I started watching the show years ago. And somewhere around like the last 2 seasons, I just felt like they were dragging the show out instead of just ending it. And so I never finished it. I started watching the originals. That's probably when I stopped watching. I think I started watching the originals and really got into the whole like New Orleans setting and the witches, and then just lost interest. The problem is that those timelines kind of go together, so then you start finding out stuff. And so if you've made it this far in the video, I'm hoping that you have watched it, or else you're gonna just be really spoiled. I found out through the originals that Stefan dies, and so once I kind of knew that, I didn't really want to finish it. But then Legacies came out, and I realized, okay, you need to finish the original show. This is all these shows are based off of before you continue. So I went ahead and finished it. The last season was a trash can in the best possible way. I could not believe when Nina came back. I actually watched the last season with my husband, and I fell asleep one night and he was like, hey, by the way, Catherine's back. Keep in mind, he's never watched the show, so he doesn't know who Catherine is. She obviously wasn't mentioned up until she came back in the last season, so I knew, I was like, oh my gosh, he's not playing a trick on me. I kept telling him that there was no way that they were actually ever going to show her face because Nina wasn't on the show any longer, blah, 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 blah. Wrong. I freaked out. Like, totally freaked out. Could not believe it. I was really confused by the end. I was confused on how Elena and Damon and Bonnie, I'm assuming Bonnie eventually, you know, she just like died, and then I didn't understand about Elena and Damon and their death, and just confused. I really was just kind of whatever about the ending at that point. I also felt like I wanted to know more about Klaus and Caroline, and I have not finished the originals yet, so hopefully that'll be at the end of that. Unfortunately, I have already started and finished the first season of Legacies, so I do know the fate of Klaus Mikaelson, but as we all know, in a magical world, there's always a loophole. So, other than that, my general thoughts on Vampire Diaries as a show is that Stefan can eat a bean. I don't understand why everybody liked him so much and still likes him. Don't get it. Did not like his character. Even in the beginning, he came off like, you know that girl in school that like is really nice, or you think she's really nice, and she gets all A's and is like in charge of all the, you know, stuff at school or whatever, but like deep down she's like evil as hell. That's how Stefan always came off to me, that he was actually always the one that was causing all this trouble, but he would just like put sprinkles and powder puff on top of it, and like Damon always caught the brunt, where at least Damon was shooting you straight for the most part. And so I was about when Damon and Elena got together, so I didn't understand that. Really loved Damon. Wasn't really that into Elena, to be honest, just because it was just kind of underwhelming. Her, I mean, I did feel awful for her, but at the same time, like, the whole woe is me thing, I felt that way towards Jeremy, because it, like, Jeremy didn't choose to be a part of that life the way Elena did necessarily, I think. And so that was weird. Caroline grew on me, because wowie was she awful in the beginning. But the star of the show, the person I was most emotionally invested in, was hands down Bonnie. Now, I know that I am more partial to a witch, and so I do know that that's definitely a bias. Also, I know it's a bias of her being, to my knowledge, one of the only people of color, let alone woman of color, in the main cast. But I just felt like she grew up without a mom, and everything with her Grams was so sweet, and I feel like her character deserved better, and she was constantly being asked to put herself on the back burner and expected to, and I hated that. And so I still enjoyed it. I would like to know, I'm pretty sure it's based off a book series, so I would love to speak to somebody like that read the book series and see how different it is. And I know I'm like 18 years behind, but I really would like to know kind of the differences, the major differences in the book series and the show. So if you read the books, if you wouldn't mind, like, go to my Twitter or Instagram or something and message me, because I want to talk to you about it and see if it's worth me going back and reading the series, because I am going to be participating in the Biblio games next month. Super excited, because I have been in a book slump since the booktube games. So I guess my plan is now that I'm only going to read during the Biblio games, which used to be called the booktube games, so I'm talking about the same thing here. I think now that's going to be my whole tactic, is just reading twice a year, and whenever Kylie wants to buddy read something with me, and that'll probably be it. So my next video might be a TBR for that. It might be my Kingdom of Ash book chat. That is it for today. Don't forget to like this video. Is it over here? And subscribe. I hope it's over here. You know I mess this up every time. But give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you did not. It's your choice. So, other than that, I would like to announce the winner of The Wicked King by Holly Black. Good old hardcover. And so, I will put the winner's name here. Congratulations. I'll be contacting this person and making sure that I get this book to them as soon as possible. My next giveaway will be during the Biblio games in June. I will have links down there in the description if you want to come join. You do not have to be like a creator on BookTube or anything like that. You don't have to be somebody that reads like 1,000 books, because y'all know I don't be reading any books. So join us. I am on Team Anti-Heroes, and so is the rest of everybody else that I guess is participating in the games. So I'll leave a link down below for that also, along with my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, and some other fun stuff. So go follow me on those. And until next time, if you've been here, you know what to do. Do what you dig. Bye, guys.